I really like how cheesy it is. I really like the veggies.
I love how smoky this is. I think that really comes through with both the cheese as well as the vegetables. Today we will provide a step-by-step tutorial on how to cook this as a family, and at the end we will provide a full recipe screenshot. Over-the-top queso. This isn't just over the top because of the great smoky flavor, but there's a cooking technique that we're going to deploy where we cook the meat over top the queso so it renders down and you get a lot more great flavor. So that sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now we're going to actually do a rough chop on some veggies that we're then going to dice up and put into it. So what veggies do we have here?
Tomatoes, onions, green pepper, and a jalapeno.
Jalapeno, absolutely. So we're going to give these a rough chop, get them on the tray, pick your favorite rub. We're going to be using Old Bay and get it smoking. Great job getting these here. With all the veggies on this rough cut, you want the flesh or the moist part facing up so that the rub sticks onto it, and then also so that the smoke grabs onto it as it's on the smoker. So why don't you get rub all over these now. Okay, this is looking great. You've got a generous application of rub. What's the next step going to be?
Put them on the smoker!
Let's go. All right, so our veggies are finishing cooking up and getting some great smoked flavor. We have a lot of cheeses here. How many cheeses do we have?
6.
6 different cheeses. Can you tell us what they are?
Colby Jack, Pepper Jack, Velveeta, Queso Blanco, American cheese, and cream cheese.
Absolutely. So a lot of great flavors, a lot of different melting abilities. The Velveeta as well as the American and the cream cheese are going to help with the creaminess of this. So we're going to get these some rough chops and get them in there. We're going to start by putting the cream cheese immediately in the middle of our container there. Alright, you ready? Now I'm going to give these a chop. You got the board scoop, and then I'll ask you to go ahead and get those in there. Wonderful job here. Now we're also going to add this queso blanco, and this cheese is going to have more of a role like a cheese curd, where it's going to be great bits of cheese that aren't going to melt, but it's just going to add a different texture, and I really like having that in there. So let me get these diced up extra small, and then we're going to spread them around as well. Awesome job. Next, I'm going to get the veggies off, dice those up, and then we'll put those on top. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. We have our tray ready here. Now we have some meat that we're going to incorporate into this queso, and the way that this is going to work is that we have a rack that we are going to spread and season the meat, and then we are going to place this immediately over the cheese so that all the drippings come down and all that great flavor, and then we'll take the meat, break it up, and then stir it in with everything. Does that sound really good?
Yes.
All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is take this meat and make some like patties, okay? Like, you know how we make hamburgers?
Yeah.
Make them a little bit longer and thinner, and then we're going to lay them out along here, okay? So go ahead. So as we're doing this, our goal is to not have these be too thick. We're just trying to create surface area, because that surface area is where the rub is going to stick, that's where the smoke is going to stick, that's going to allow more rendering. So by having these spread out, we're going to be able to position them so that they all start working down. Okay? So let's go ahead, let's season these up. Great, so this is with whatever rub you're using. Remember, we're using Old Bay. So here, why don't you do a little douse of Old Bay on top of all the cheese. Good job. All right, what should we do now?
Put it on the smoker!
Let's do it. Okay, so we've had this ground beef over the top. It's been cooking, it's been rendering down. This smells great. We see underneath the cheese is looking really good. So we're gonna pull this off, give the cheese a little stir, and then I'm gonna get the beef all chopped up. So first thing, we have the 6 different cheeses that we're working with, and now we're getting them all interacting, and the meltier cheeses leading the way to make this nice and creamy. Okay, this is looking great. Let's get this on the smoker and let it heat up more. Smoked queso. This is a game day favorite for us. So we got the veggie smoked, we went over the top with the ground beef, rendered down, got that mixed in, got 6 different cheeses. This is looking phenomenal. It smells great. Are you ready to taste it?
Yes.
All right, you got your chips there ready to go. I love how smoky this is. I think that really comes through with both the cheese as well as the vegetables. What are your thoughts?
I really like how cheesy it is. I really like the veggies.
Yeah, I think that this is great. This is going to be a fun thing to eat while we're watching the game now. So I'll get this cleaned up. I'll meet you over there. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of DadBQ. Remember, who's the Q?
DadBQ! Boo boopy doo, it's DadBQ. The family-friendly cooking show.
Thanks for watching. Comment down below if there is something you would like us to teach you to make, or if you have a delicious dish that you would like to potentially have featured on DadBQ. We are building a family-friendly cooking community that we want you to join. First step to joining that community, like, comment, and subscribe, and visit us at dadbq.com.